today I'm going to be unboxing the SCREAMIUM Halloween Giant Skull Animatronic. For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and welcome to a very special unboxing because what you're seeing right next to me is the 20-inch Giant Skull Animatronic, courtesy of SCREAMIUM Halloween. Now, to give you a little bit of backstory, just a couple of weeks ago, I got an email from a man by the name of Chris Pratt. No, not that Chris Pratt. This Chris Pratt is the owner of SCREAMIUM, a brand new Halloween company that is just now making its way into the market. Now, this guy, Chris Pratt, was showing me some of his newest products that he's using as a way to debut into this crazy world of Halloween. And he was gracious enough to offer to send me one of his very first products, the 20-inch Giant Skull, to show off on my channel to all of you. So obviously a huge thank you out to Chris and SCREAMIUM for sending me the Giant Skull, because this is going to be a very cool piece, and it's definitely one that is unique and not like anything we've really seen in the Halloween market. So I'm very excited to crack this thing open. As you can see, the box is right next to me, and you'll actually notice that right on the top there, we have a big red SCREAMIUM sticker with their logo of that ghost in that blood red color. So very, very nice branding on the box here. But without any further ado, let's crack it open. Alright, so I got my knife right here that I used all season long for opening other animatronics, and now we're going to use it to crack open the Giant Skull from SCREAMIUM. I do want to say I have no idea what the packaging is going to look like on the inside. I have, again, this is my first time opening it, and SCREAMIUM is a brand new company, so this is going to be exciting to see what SCREAMIUM is going to have to offer. Alright, so I've gotten the box opened up, and there is actually another SCREAMIUM. Oh, look at that! There's a little note with some Skittles gummies on the top of the box with, again, that SCREAMIUM logo. I'll read the note in just a second. But if you couldn't see it on the box, there is the SCREAMIUM logo. You can see that ghost with the blood color on there. Very nice SCREAMIUM logo. We will read the note here. As you can see on the back, it says, "Hi Griffin, thanks for the opportunity to work with you and to get your feedback on my first production run with SCREAMIUM. Enjoy some free candy." Well, SCREAMIUM, Chris, I'm sure you're the one who wrote this. Thank you so much. Again, we got some Skittles gummies on the back there. Such a nice treat. A little surprise to open box. Like I said, I had no idea what to expect. So very much a big thank you for that. I appreciate it. But let's get to what we are here for, the Giant Skull. So there actually is a set of instructions also on the top here. We'll take a look at this. So again, this actually looks super nice. I like the look of this a lot. You can see branded SCREAMIUM instructions. I'll give you a better look. You can see that ghost logo on there. The front of it just has some assembly instructions. It looks like, again, I have no idea what the assembly will look like for this thing, so I guess we'll see in just a second. On the back, it has the control panel instructions, which again, we'll see what all this is once we get the Giant Skull taken out and put together. But there are the instructions. Okay, so the packaging for this thing is very, very good. As you can see, I don't even know how I'm going to take this thing out on camera. It is completely wrapped in styrofoam, so very nicely packed. Let's get it out. Alright, I'm back. So I had to do that off camera because this packaging was actually so well done that it's very tight in the box. So I had to go off camera to get the styrofoam out. But now, we should be able to just take this styrofoam off, and there it is. Okay, that's our very first look at it. We'll take this top piece of styrofoam off. The first thing I'm noticing, there actually is an adapter box. White adapter box, similar to other animatronics, that comes in there for the wiring. But here it is. Like, oh, it's pretty heavy. I'm feeling it. Okay, this thing is very, very nice quality. I'll take this out second. We're saving the skull, taking out all the other stuff first. So here we have what looks to be, I'm not sure. This might be a light. It looks like a light because it has a wire on it. This was taped in there. Again, I will take a look at the instructions in just a little bit, but this is the first piece that you take out. You can see that there is a wire at the end. Looks like a light. The man of the hour, if you will. Gotta be, this thing is heavy. This thing is amazing. Here it is, still in the plastic, the 20-inch Giant Skull. If you can't tell how big it is, me holding it. Let's get it taken out of the bag. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the SCREAMIUM Giant Skull taken out of the plastic bag for the very first time. If you can't see the size of it now, there it is next to my head, the SCREAMIUM Giant Skull. This thing is massive, and honestly, I think it's bigger in person than it's even going to read on camera. And my second thing I'm noticing right away is the weight of this thing. It is so heavy. If you can hear that, this thing is a thick, I don't even think it's plastic, to be honest with you. It almost feels like resin. This thing is very, very nice quality. I have a lot to say about it. I don't want to say it all right now. We're going to save it for the review portion, but there's the skull. Okay, so I don't want to waste any more time. We're going to put this thing right now together. So again, I got the instructions right here, and it looks like the first step is to lay the skull down on its side as it already is. The second step is to screw the bulb into the bulb holder. So I was correct that this is the lighting system for the skull. So you're just going to take this bulb and simply twist it into the bulb holder like so. Pretty easy first step. Now we're going to take the assembled light piece that we just did, and you're simply going to slide this into the skull so that when he activates, the inside does light up. You can see that there are two kind of slots to hold the light in place there. As so, perfectly, that was not hard, and the wire sticks out so you can still plug that in. The next step is to connect the light. As you can see, there's a wire coming from the inside. You just plug that into the wire that is coming from the lighting mechanism, and then of course, you can slide these wires back in there so you can't see them. Next up, you're going to take the adapter from the white box that we took a look at first, and as you can see, this is a very standard black animatronic adapter. The voltage is 12 volts and 2 amps. As you can see, there is the adapter there. You're just going to take this, and the end of it just plugs into the back of the 20-inch Giant Skull. Okay, so reading the instructions, in order to get this thing to turn on for the first time, you have to click the press on-off motor for 2 seconds, which is on the front of the base. Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So, reading the control panel instructions, which I should have done at the very beginning, you have to click the on-off motor button for 2 seconds, and then it'll flash green 3 times, and then you'll be able to control the light. And as you can see, we have full control over the lighting of the skull. From the base here, you can control how bright or dark. Here we have it pretty much not lit at all, or turn it off all the way, and it makes basically a lamp, which is a very cool effect. Okay, so now reading the control panel instructions again, in order to get the motor turned on, we should just have to click the motor on button. There we go! There is the animation for the skull, as you can see, moving from side to side, and this guy also does have audio coming from the instructions here. Not coming from the instructions, but according to the instructions. So, let's see if we can get that turned on. Alright, so here I am with the 20-inch Giant Skull fully assembled, and overall, I have to say, I am a very big fan of this animatronic. I think the main thing that stands out to me, and this stood out to me since the very beginning of this video, is the quality of the Giant Skull. Obviously, I've never owned this thing before, I've never felt it, I've never carried it, so I didn't know what to expect when I opened up the box. However, I am very happy to say that this thing is a very nice quality. Like I said in the beginning of the video, he is a very heavy piece, and the skull itself, looking into the SCREAMIUM website, actually weighs 10 pounds. It's a very nice quality, and again, I know I already did this, but just take a listen. It's a very thick material. Again, I don't think it's plastic. It is more on that resin side in terms of the material that's used for the skull. Another thing I really like about the Giant Skull is the detailing, the paint job, and the sculpt. Talking about the paint job, I love that this guy has browns in the areas to highlight certain pieces of the sculpt. For example, the inside of the mouth I think looks fantastic. I love the deep browns and blacks that we're seeing on the inside of the mouth there. I think it adds a lot of depth, and again, just highlights the teeth and the inside of the mouth. I also think the eyes are painted very, very well. And then maybe my favorite part are the cracks in the skull. I love the way that they are sculpted in there because they look amazing. They look very good. And when you have that light turned on, they are very noticeable. You can see all the cracks, and they actually do go around the entire head. So they are not just on the front. This is a fully sculpted piece here, which I think is great. And again, I just love the paint job and the color scheme that was used for this guy because it looks good when the lights aren't turned on, and it looks even better when the lights are turned on. Now talking about the lights, I think it is very cool that you have full control over them. As you can see, if I turn the knob on the base there, I can make him go darker. Right now he's completely turned off, or we can slowly make him go brighter all the way to his full brightness here, which is almost like a lamp. I brought that up earlier in the video. I feel like this guy is a cool piece because you could use him as a lamp during Halloween time, or 365 days a year like I would, because you can control the lighting here, make him a little bit darker, make him a little bit brighter. I love the customizability with the giant skull. I say that with all my Halloween animatronics and props. Whenever there is something that the buyer, the customer, can control or customize, I think that is a very good thing for the prop. So I especially love that you can control the brightness on the giant skull. Now another exciting thing is that SCREAMIUM does not only stock this giant skull, they actually also make a Frankenstein giant skull and a zombie giant head. So there's kind of a whole series going on with the very first products from SCREAMIUM, and if this is where SCREAMIUM is starting with this product right here, I cannot imagine where they were going to go, because the quality on this thing is super impressive and feels like something that would come from a long-time Halloween company. So the fact that this is one of the very first items that the company is ever producing is a very, very good thing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, my unboxing and review of the SCREAMIUM 20-inch Giant Skull animatronic. Like I said, I am very happy with this piece because everything about it feels very high quality, and I think it is just a very unique Halloween item to have in your home for either just a decoration or even at a Halloween party. If you also think so, you can of course go to the link in my description to pick up your own 20-inch giant skull, or maybe even the Frankenstein giant head or the zombie giant head like I talked about earlier. Obviously, a huge thank you out to Chris Pratt from SCREAMIUM for sending me this item. I am so grateful. But I guess, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more Halloween 2024 videos. Goodbye.